is a proud member of the Northwestern Railway. She never felt so strong in her life. Gordon the Express Engine had recently met the Hush Hush, and he himself, well, was hushed after his own incident. But now they're great friends, proud to work alongside. But one day, Sir Topman came to meet the engines at the sheds. I was in contact with BR Operations. They are sending an engine on loan from its railway on the mainland. The engines were eager to know of the engine. Is it as enterprising as me, sir? Now, Henry, you insist this engine, whoever this may be, to be enterprising? Maybe it can help pull my goods trains, James said jokingly. The engine will surprise you. She will arrive first thing in the morning. The engines went fast asleep. By morning, the sun did swim and the moon did cry, neither reaching the ocean sky. All the engines waited within anticipated breaths. Then far in the distance was a shape like Wilhelmina. Puffing towards the sheds was a shape like Wilhelmina's very own. The engine glided onto the turntable. Ah, right on time. Engines, this is Josephine. She will be helping out on mainline duties during the busy stretch. Make sure she is made warm and comfortable. Sir Topman walked away. Wilhelmina was very surprised, yet confused. Josephine warmed up to all the engines and even impressed Gordon. Later that day, Josephine was taking on water when the yard foreman arrived. Josephine, there's a line of trucks that needs to be taken to Kildane, so Topham Hatt's orders. Josephine smiled, and once her water tank was filled, she reversed to collect her trucks and was coupled up. The guard blew his whistle, and Josephine set off for Kildane. The trucks didn't know Josephine, so they decided to play a trick. Josephine, to her credit, pulled very few goods trains, but mostly passenger services on the mainland. The driver maintained speed as they passed Wellsworth. Soon, they approached Gordon's Hill. James, who was passing on the opposite side, called out to Josephine. Pin down your brakes, Josephine. You don't want to have an accident. The fireman was confused. Josephine was cross and ignored James. Then the trucks began their trick. Hurrah! Hurrah! They laughed, and banging their buffers, they pushed Josephine down the hill at a dangerous rate of speed. The driver tried to fight for control, but the trucks kept surging against Josephine. The W1 was petrified. She's sued by Henry. Slow down, you're going to crash! The signalman heard Henry's warning whistle and phoned Kronk's signal box. There's a runaway coming. Send it into the sidings. The signalman diverted Josephine and her trucks into the runaway siding. Josephine braked as hard as she could, but it was too late. Luckily, no one was hurt, but Josephine lay battered and bruised at her side, the truck screaming in happiness and laughter. Soon, Wilhelmina arrived with Jerome and Judy. Sir Topman on board. He was cross. The accident wasn't your fault, but miscommunication I take very seriously on my railway. It caused confusion and delay. Sir Topman had paused. James warned you to pin your brakes down at the top of the hill. Accidents like his, yours, and others are the reasons why not pinning your brakes down can cause accidents. Josephine understood. It would seem you have a lot to learn about pulling trucks, Josephine. Wilhelmina will gladly assist you for a few days. Once you're repaired, of course. It was then Wilhelmina inquired about Josephine. Sir Topman understood. After you were built, Wilhelmina, Gresley was trying another go at making your design once again. He perfected it with no steaming troubles whatsoever. Josephine, you see here, is what became of that design. I am sorry to not have told you initially. Now I've got so many papers to sort through my office. Sir Topman walked away. Jerome and Judy lowered Josephine back on the rails, and Wilhelmina took the battered W1 to the steelworks. Once repaired, both she and Wilhelmina worked together around the yards, understanding trucks more better. The next train Josephine took was the slow goods, and she did wonders. Josephine apologized to James for the misunderstanding and now remembers to pin down her brakes at Gordon's Hill. The passengers enjoyed Josephine's speed and efficiency. The coaches were quite amazed at her speed and power. Soon, the busy rush died down, and a few weeks later, Josephine returned to the mainland. She blew her whistle goodbye, and she was out of sight. Wilhelmina hopes one day Josephine will return to Sodor on a more permanent basis. that would be a story for another day.